So I'm going to talk with you about how to make your Canvas account a little clearer and easier for students to follow. So if you notice right now on my Canvas account, if I go into student view, I'm in one of my courses, I'm just on the home page. If I go into student view, there's all these items located here on the side. So if you haven't already started cleaning yours up, you're going to see a whole ton of tabs here on the left side. And it's likely that your students don't need access to all those tabs. So for the sake of clarity and for the sanity of parents, let's help clean that up. All right, so I'm going to leave student view. This is what students would see when they log into my account. I'm going to leave student view. All right, so I see all of this stuff. See the ones with the I and the slash through it? That means students can't see those, but I can still see them. So just because I make it so students can't see them doesn't mean I don't have access anymore. Okay, I'm just going to go to settings. Okay. So now when you first log into settings, you're going to see course details here, the first little section. All right, at the top, I'm going to go to navigation. All right, so here's where I can drag and drop the items I want students to see on the left-hand menu. So notice I have all of these items here. Now, when you're first setting up your Canvas course, there's a ton of stuff here. Okay, so you may have already done a little bit of organizing, but it's good to remember to continue to make sure that this is clean and clear for students and their parents. Okay, so like for example, conferences, I'm not going to be using it, so I'm just going to hold it and then drag it down. So see at the top, drag and drop items to reorder them in the course navigation, drag items here to hide them from students. So on this bottom part, if I put it down here, students are not going to see it. So I'm going to move Nearpod. I'm just moving some things that I don't want students to see. And it's not that they're not good programs. It's just that I'm trying to clean my Canvas page and make it look easier to follow for students, okay? So notice discussions here. Now in modules, I can still create a discussion. So unless I want students to have a tab on the left-hand side, I really don't need discussions here. So I'm going to throw it down to the bottom. Okay, so see how clean this looks? I have just a few items that students might want to use. Okay, now I'm going to go to save. I should restate. I have a few items that students should use. Okay, so here I am in navigations. I've saved this. This is all students are going to see now. So when I go to student view, notice this is all students see. So there's no room for confusion for a parent to be clicking through a bunch of stuff and very stressed out. There's not very much to click on, okay? So this is a great way to help students and parents, okay? And notice if I click on modules, I still have assignments and discussions inside modules. Even though I don't have assignments and discussions visible for students, they can still access these things through modules. Okay, that's pretty cool. So it's kind of redundant. If you have modules and discussions and assignments over here, you don't need them because you already have them here under modules. And that if you have them in two places, that just offers students an opportunity for confusion because they're going to be clicking modules and then they're going to be clicking assignments, and there's a chance that they won't see a discussion post. It's just clearer. The less places students have to navigate to find what you are posting, the better. Okay, so now I'm going to scroll back down to settings. Let's say you may have seen that some teachers have this nice little link over here on the side where they're including a direct link to their Zoom meetings, which is really cool. So you can go up to apps. And in apps, it's allowing you to attach external apps into your Canvas account so that students can click here on the left side and just click directly on it. So notice there's all these apps down here. Okay, I already know the one I want. It's called Redirect. Okay, and it looks like this. It has this like blue arrow. Okay, I'm going to click it. This allows me to connect to any external website. So let's say that you're using a really neat resource, a science resource, and you want to be able to offer students a tab to click on it. You just go to this redirect and you click Add App. Okay, now you're going to label what you want that side tab to be called. So I'm going to call it Weekly Zoom Meeting. Okay, now I need the URL. So I'm going to go to the web page, and in this case, I'm going to be placing Zoom on here. So I'm going to go to the invitation that I have for students, and I'm just going to click, I'm going to click on it, to open the invitation that I would give students or that I have given students. Okay, and I want to give students the invite link. So I'm going to look at the invitation itself because I'm kind of a perfectionist. I like to make sure I'm getting the correct information. Okay, so there's the URL, okay, for my Zoom meeting. So I've highlighted it. I'm going to right click it and click copy. Right, then I'm just going to leave this. I'm going to go back to my Canvas and see the URL redirect. I'm going to paste in my Zoom link for my meeting. Do you see these check marks here? So force open in new tab for external links only. Do I want it to open in a new tab when a student clicks this? Yes, I do, because I want students to be able to navigate back to Canvas easily if they need to. Do I want it to show in my course navigation, which is when it appears on the left side for students? Yes, I do. Do I want it to show in account navigation? Do I want it to show in user navigation? I'm going to say no. I'm going to add the app. Now you could click all 4 of these if you'd like to. All right, so now I've added it. Okay, it's waiting a second there, it's thinking. All right, so I want to make sure that I've done it. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to refresh my Canvas account. Let's go back to settings. Oh, there it is. All right, I'm going to go back. Oops, I'm already in settings. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm going to go to navigation. Notice weekly Zoom meeting. There it is, guys. So if I don't want it to be all the way down here at the bottom, I can just drag it up. So I can put it right there under syllabus, or if I want it to be higher than that, I can even move it above that. Okay, or I can put it under announcements. It's really up to you where you want it to be. Okay, then I just save it. All right, so remember that handy dandy little button where we can go to student view on the right side. I'm going to click it because I want to see what the students are going to see. Okay, and here we are in student view, and this is exactly what they would see. And they can click on weekly Zoom meeting, and it's going to open. Okay, see it says open a new tab. I'm just going to click it. It's going to open a new tab, and it's going to go, cool, the site cannot be reached. All right, so clearly in my copy pasting process, I missed something. All right, some of you may have already noticed the error that I made. Okay, so when I went to my Zoom account to copy paste the URL, notice that the URL already has the HTTPS. Okay, so if you're gonna copy into your app that you're creating, notice you don't want to double the HTTPS there on your link, because otherwise it will make a link like mine did. Okay, so I'm going to delete the double HTTPS thing there because it's not necessary to have it twice. I'm going to make sure there's not an additional space. I'm going to click that I want to show it in my navigation tab, and I'm going to click Add App. All right, it says it's been successfully added. See, it's already appeared over there on the edge. So I'm going to click it and see if it works. Hopefully it works this time. Okay, so it opens it. It asks me if I want to open it in a new tab. I do. And it says it still cannot be reached. I don't know why. All right, we're going to try this again one more time. Okay, so here I am. I'm going to go into student view because I want to see how my students are going to see it. I'm going to go to student view. Remember, that's on the right-hand side. Okay, I clicked it. Okay, see how clean this looks here on the side? I'm just going to click on the weekly Zoom meeting link that I created moments ago. It's going to ask me if I want to open it in a new tab. I do. And now I just say open Zoom meetings. Okay, it says I'm already joined. Yes, I know that. No, I don't want to. Okay, and then see it says here join a meeting. Okay, or sign in. And in this case, I am already hosting a Zoom meeting, so I can't go ahead and sign in. But this is how you add that external link. So you can do this for anything, any website you're wanting students to have easy access to. You can add an external app here on the side. So you're awesome. Good job. And then just remember the wonderful little useful tool on the side, student view, because that's what parents and students are going to be seeing when they log into your Canvas account. And that'll give you a good idea of how clear your Canvas account is, because we want to make sure that we are eliminating confusion and frustration. You guys are awesome, and you can definitely do this. Keep up the good work. Have a great day.